Today we're going to be making a quick and easy restaurant or dhaba-style butter paneer, which is going to be the best one you've ever tasted. Hi, and welcome back to Plating It with Wendy, where I share with you recipes which impress with ease. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like, share, and comment. And if you enjoy trying out recipes that turn out right every time, you're at the right place. So go ahead, press that subscribe button, and while you're at it, if you hit the bell icon, you'll be the first to get notified every time I upload a new video. Now, let's get started. To start, let's take about 2 cups of hot water in a bowl, and we're going to season it with half a teaspoon of salt and 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric powder. Just going to take a spoon and stir that around, and this is going to give our paneer a lovely glow. I've cut 375 grams of paneer into small cubes, and I'm just going to put it into that hot water. This is going to help to prevent the paneer from breaking up when you add it into the gravy, but at the same time, it remains nice and soft. But if you're in a pinch for time, you could always skip this step. But I like to do it because I like the texture that it gives the paneer. Just giving it a light mix. And now we're going to keep this aside while we get the rest of the ingredients together. To a heavy bottom pan on medium heat, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of oil and 2 tablespoons of butter. And we're going to allow the butter to melt and mix with the oil. Once the butter has melted and mixed with the oil, we're going to toss in 3 green cardamoms, 5 cloves, and 4 Kashmiri Chilies. And we're going to saute them till they turn aromatic. Now we're going to add in 2 medium-sized onions, which I've chopped. And we're going to saute it till the onions turn translucent. We're going to add in 1 teaspoon of ginger paste and 2 teaspoons of garlic paste. And we're going to continue sauteing it till the ginger and garlic lose their raw flavor. Now for that lovely flavor and color, we're going to add in 4 tomatoes. And we're going to chop it up into small pieces and add them in. And we're also going to add in 1/4 cup of cashew nuts. Now we're going to season this with about half a teaspoon of salt, and we're going to give it a quick mix. And I'm using whole cashew nuts here, but you could always use broken cashew nuts. And if you want to count them, they're approximately 24 cashew nuts. We're going to allow this to cook till the tomatoes turn soft. Occasionally, we're going to keep mixing and smashing the tomatoes down. Once the tomatoes have softened, we're going to add 1 cup of water and give it a quick mix. Now we're going to cover it and allow it to cook for about 10 minutes. Now you'll find that the tomatoes, the cashew nuts, the Kashmiri chilies, and all the whole spices have got a chance to soften. Now we're going to take it off the heat and allow it to cool. And once it has cooled completely, it's time for us to put it into our blender and blend it to a smooth paste. And just look at that creamy, smooth texture. Now this is practically a one-pot dish. So in the same pan, we're going to add another 2 tablespoons of oil and 2 tablespoons of butter. Now we're going to toss in 2 bay leaves and 1 green chili, and I just cut the chili up and slit it. And now let's saute this and toss in 1 finely chopped onion. And we're going to keep sauteing till the onion turns a light golden color. Now we're going to season this with 1 teaspoon of coriander powder, 1 teaspoon of cumin powder, 2 teaspoons of Kashmiri chili powder, and half a teaspoon of turmeric powder. Now let's give this a quick saute so that the spices lose their raw flavor. Once the spices are well fried, we're going to pour in our blended tomato mix. Now let's give it a good mix so that everything gets well combined. We're going to season this with 1 teaspoon of salt, give it a mix, and now we're going to allow this to cook till the oil begins to separate. And this should take approximately about 8 to 10 minutes. And now I'm going to add in approximately 2 cups of water, which I had swirled in the jar in which I had blended the tomato mix. During the cooking process, if you find that the gravy is getting too thick, you can always add in a little more water. For that restaurant flavor, which sometimes you're not able to put your finger on, we're going to add half a teaspoon of kevda essence. And now we're going to add 1 tablespoon of kasturi methi. And I always like to crush it between my palms so that the oil releases before adding it in. Next, we're going to add 1 teaspoon of garam masala, 2 tablespoons of fresh cream, And to balance the flavors, I always like to add 1 teaspoon of sugar, but this is optional. And now let's sprinkle on 1 tablespoon of finely chopped coriander. Now let's give this a quick mix and add in the paneer pieces after draining out the water. Now gently we're going to give it all a mix so that the paneer gets well coated with the gravy. Now we're going to cover this and allow it to cook for approximately 8 to 10 minutes before we take it off the heat and plate it. Oh my goodness! Look at that! And to serve it, we're going to spoon it into a very traditional dish and just look how luscious and delicious this is looking. Let's pour on some more of the fresh cream, sprinkle on some of the coriander and add a cube of butter. Wow, just look at that butter just melt into it. And there's no better way to enjoy this dish than with some hot naans. And now it's time to give our Paneer Butter Masala a taste. And I'm really excited because it's looking so delicious. Wow. This gravy is so silky smooth. Absolutely delicious. The gravy is so full of flavor and the paneer just melts in your mouth. Then hop onto my website, platingitwithwendy.com, where you will find the full written recipe. Thanks for watching. See you soon.